So today we are going to be doing a 10 things you need to know before turning 21 video. So we are back with another one. So we really just gonna get right into it because y'all know what y'all here for. 10 things that you need to know before you turn 21. Again, I got my notes. So the first thing you need to know before turning 21 is you need to know how to schedule your own doctor's appointments. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who this is for, but 2025, your mother does not need to make your doctor's appointments. I'm just letting you know this now. Like, listen, before you turn 21, learn how to talk to them people on the phone. And while it seems like I'm joking and things like that, I'm honestly like so serious, you guys. Like, I kid you not. Like, you need to learn how to start making your appointments yourself. You need to go and locate your birth certificate and your social security card. Now, I don't care if you keep them under your mama mattress. That's fine. But you need to at least know that they're under your mother's mattress, okay? Because you growing up, babes. Like, this is stuff that you realistically have to start thinking about, you know? I'm speaking from experience, you guys. Like, up until like 2 years ago, I gave mom the phone to talk to everybody. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Nope, I don't want to do anything. You gonna schedule the doctor's appointments, dentist, eye doctor, you gonna talk whatever, you know? Like, even to this day, mama still do my taxes, and I'm not going to have her stop doing my taxes until she's ready to stop doing my taxes. Like, that does not apply, you guys, okay? When it comes down to taxes, your mother can still do your taxes. But when it comes down to schedule them doctor's appointments, you need to know how to schedule your own doctor's appointments. And it's more than just calling the people on the phone. You need to learn how to find your own doctor, okay? Like, once you turn 21, 22, you can't go to the pediatrician no more. You got to get you a grown folks doctor. You need to know how to take your insurance and find your doctor that is covered through your insurance. Like I said before, y'all need to start looking for jobs. I don't know if I said this before, but y'all need to start looking for jobs that have health insurance benefits. Like, I'm for real. So yeah, first thing you need to know is how to schedule your own doctor's appointments. The second thing you need to know before turning 21 is you need to know that you need to be getting checked every year, multiple times a year. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you who ain't never been checked, but you be out here being grown, okay? We are not going to be out here being grown and not getting checked, okay? It goes back into my last thing that you need to know. You need to know how to take care of your health, babes. Like, it's a lot of free clinics out here that will give you the tests, you know, that you need to just make sure that you're good. Like, and like I said, you need to be getting checked multiple times a year. Why? Because if you are sexually active, you guys, I hope that you know, and if you don't know, I'm here to tell you, HIV takes 3 months to show up in your system. Okay, so what I mean by that is you can have, you know, you can do something today and you wouldn't know until 3 months later. So that's why you need to be periodically getting checked. And if nobody else is going to tell you, I will be your big sister, your big cousin, your friend that will tell you, go get checked. Legit. Because these dudes out here, and this is for the ladies, these dudes out here do not get checked. Like, I'm letting you know that now. They do not get checked. It is a select few who go get checked. But realistically speaking, they depend on the females that they're sleeping with to go and get checked. So first off, that says a lot about the type of men that you're dealing with. But still, you guys, like, just go get checked, okay? Get checked multiple times a year. The third thing you need to know before turning 21, there is such a thing as blackout drunk. There is such a thing as getting so drunk that your memory is gone, okay? Again, experience. You guys, I say a lot of stuff from experience. My very first time getting drunk, and this is why to this day I have never gotten this drunk ever again, for the simple fact that I got so drunk, you guys, that I completely blacked out, and I suffered from memory loss from that night. Like, my memory never came back. You have like partial blackouts where you might not remember it as soon as you wake up, but over time your memory comes back. My memory of the night never came back. The only reason why I even know what happened that night, you guys, is because I saw it on camera. You don't want to be in that situation where you can't recall what happened and you're just watching it on video. And for me, it's like, I immediately thought of danger. Luckily, I was with people who I felt safe with, and you know, I didn't think anything would have happened to me around them. But say I had not been, you know, like I couldn't remember a thing. Not a thing. So just be mindful of that, you guys. Like, that legit can happen where you get so drunk that you're not. And you guys, I was doing so much stuff. Like, I was like conscious, obviously, from the videos. They showing me I'm doing all this crazy stuff, but like, I couldn't remember a lick of it. And again, that's very bad. So when you get to drinking, and a lot of y'all probably already drinking, and that's cool or whatever, but when you really get to drinking, just be mindful of your limits, okay? Me, I'm lightweight. I don't even do shots, but all it takes is 2 shots, and all it takes is 1 Long Island blue iced tea, and I'm done. Like, I'm toe up out the frame, okay? But I know my limits, so please just know your limits. Especially, you know, y'all in college, y'all having a lot more fun, you know, hanging out at these parties and things like that. Just be mindful, you guys. Safety first. Safety first. The 4th thing you need to know before turning 21 is we all make mistakes, okay? Just learn from them. Like, you guys, I can't stress this enough. Make mistakes. You're growing, you're learning, whatever. Make mistakes. But please, do not make the same mistake twice. And if you make the same mistake twice, don't make it 3 times. Please don't. Learn from your mistakes, you guys. Like, if you have a situation, like, just learn. That's literally all I can say. Learn from your mistakes. Like, do not do the same thing over and over again. That's insanity. You doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, it's insanity. That's insane behavior. Do not be like that, okay? So when I say learn from your mistakes, like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, if you do something that you're not proud of, it can be with anything. It can be how you reacted in a relationship, how you responded to a friend, how you treated somebody, something that you did, whatever. Just, if you do something that you're not proud of, if you make a mistake, if you slip up, just learn from it, you guys. Like, yeah, you messed up. Like, that's okay. You'll be okay. But I'm not gonna be sitting here saying that's okay if you go and mess up again doing the exact same thing. You feel me? Like, I'm not doing that. Learn from your mistakes. And then, before I even leave off on that, don't just learn from your mistakes. Learn from the people around you mistakes. Like, you guys, I'm to the point in my adult life, like, I don't need to learn the lesson. I can see somebody else learn the lesson, and God, I got it, okay? Thank you. You don't got to show me, okay? You don't got to. That's the point of life that I'm at, you guys. The lesson I don't even got to be the one to learn the lesson, but I'm going to learn from it, because, listen, I ain't got the time, okay? I really don't. Now, you guys, we are on the 5th thing that you need to know before turning 21. And that would be always remain teachable. Always be willing to learn. Always be accepting of new knowledge. Like, this will get you so far in life. I can't tell you guys how many adults are just so comfortable and complacent with where they're at in life. They're so comfortable and complacent with just the knowledge that they already have. Like, you guys, I want to learn something new every day. I want to be around people who can teach me things. Like, I want to engage with people who I can learn from. Like, I'm to the point where it's like, I don't have any more of my own personal knowledge. You know, like, I've given so much knowledge to other people. Now I need somebody to give me knowledge, teach me something, help me learn something new, because it gets draining when you're the one who's always giving and teaching and being a bigger person and being self-aware. It's like, just remain teachable. You know, always be open to learning new things. Don't ever just, that's what I'm saying. Like, even when you're in school now, when those professors are talking and they go off on their tangents, let them go off on their tangents, you know, because it's like they got life experiences that go outside of these textbooks, you guys. So just always remain teachable. Always remain open to learning new things, okay? Because you never know. Like, you never know what information can truly change your life that you just didn't know. Because you don't know what you don't know. Like, that's the realest thing ever. You don't know what you don't know. Think on that. I'm not even going to explain it. Think on that. The 6th thing that you need to know before turning 21, and I was actually going to do like, I was thinking I was going to do like separate videos, like things you need to know before buying your first car, things you need to know before getting your first apartment, but whatever. I'm just gonna put it in here too. When getting your first apartment, ask a lot of questions. And what I really want to tell you guys is pay attention to the move out notice. Like, what I mean by that is when you rent an apartment and you get your lease, there's a certain amount of time that you have to give notice of you moving out or you deciding to stay in that apartment. Okay? Sometimes they're 30 days. Sometimes, okay, sometimes. So that's why you need to read yours, because it all varies. It all varies on whoever you rent it from. A lot of times it's 60 days notice. Okay, that means 60 days before your lease is up, you need to be telling that apartment complex whether or not you're going to be staying or going. And when I say pay attention to this, you guys, pay attention to this, because they will charge you a whole extra month's rent if you do not give them notice within that time frame. Like, I kid you not, this has happened to me multiple times, because I obviously did not learn from the first time. And it's not even that I didn't learn from the first time. I just assumed that it was 30 days, right? So I learned from the first time, and I gave them 30 days notice. Then they double back and they're like, babe, so we needed 60. And I'm like, y'all finna take my money, ain't it? They were like, yeah. Like, you guys, you're gonna have to pay that money back. And if you don't pay it back, because technically they're saying, like, if they don't like, and it's really green because they'll be done already rented out your apartment, but they still gonna take your money. So just be mindful, you guys, of how much notice is required when moving out of your apartment or when deciding that you want to stay and renew your lease. Okay, because like I said, they will get you with some extra fees. Just be mindful of that. Also, when moving into your first apartment, pay attention to the amenities. Like, pay attention to what you're paying for. Okay, like where I'm renting at now, it's got Wi-Fi included, all the utilities, all that included. Okay, for one set price. Makes me so happy. Now, what they don't have is they don't have no gym, and that's on me because I didn't pay attention to that. You know, like, moving too fast. But pay attention to what you guys want, because a lot of the times, like for me, I'm going to pay for convenience, right? So if you got a hot tub, a pool, a gym, a office, you know, all of this stuff included, like, of course I'll be okay with paying a little more, because it can still limit me. Okay, if y'all already got Wi-Fi and all this included, baby, I'm finna cancel this Spectrum submission. I mean, this Spectrum whatever, you feel me? Okay, the 7th thing you need to know before turning 21. You do not have to rent all of your 20s, okay? Let me put y'all on game. You do not have to rent a home. Like, you guys, I've spent over $50K in rent. Since turning 18, I'm 23 now. I have spent over $50,000 on rent. Do you know how crazy that sounds? And it sounds crazy because I will never see that money again. Ever. Never, ever. Like, and I have nothing to show for it except that I had somewhere to stay at that time. You know, like, that's legit the only thing I have to show for it. So what I want you guys to know is start preparing now. If you know that you want a house and you know that you want this, start preparing for it now, because there's a program, like I said, I never gatekeep. There's a program called NACA. They don't look at your credit score. They don't require a down payment. Like, it's a really good program, you guys. It's legit. It's not like a scam. It's not none of that. And it is, like I said, it's just a great program. Like, this isn't sponsored, no promo, none of that. I just don't gatekeep. Look into this program, you guys, because it will set you up down to, like, this program allows Section 8. Like, you can have a Section 8 voucher and you can get into position to buy you a home. Okay, so if you've had a W-2 job for a year, if you've had your own apartment for at least 6 months, you are in position to start preparing to buy you a house, whether you think so or not. That's legit all you need. And so the reason why I say at least renting for like 6 months is all you need to do for real is show that you can pay rent, right? So even if you stand with your mama and your mama charging you $800 a month for rent, and you can show that, like, you sending her Zelle payments, you guys, like, you're in a good position to prepare to buy your own house. And then I encourage you to do this even if you don't think you're in a good position, because they're going to tell you, this program, like, you have counselors and stuff like that, they're literally going to look at all your finances, look at your whole life pretty much. Like, now what I can say, you guys, is it goes very in depth, They get all in your business, okay? But again, this is free. It's pretty much like they're giving you free credit support. Like they're going to help you get in position to buy a home. Like, that's all I can say. So just take a look at the program. It doesn't hurt. My thing is, as long as it doesn't hurt you, do it. It can't hurt. But the 8th thing that you need to know before turning 21 is when getting a credit card. Okay, so you've decided that you want to make that step into getting a credit card. Pay attention to the benefits of the credit card. Now, some good starter cards that I recommend is the Navy Federal secured card and the Capital One card. Like, it's just their basic starter cards. Now, these cards don't come with any benefits, okay? I'm letting you know that now. But it's for people who you've had credit issues in the past and you're trying to repair and you're trying to build. They give you second chances. Well, not really Navy Federal, but if you get in with Navy Federal and your credit is like iffy, they'll give you that card pretty much. Like me, when I got this card, I had like 120 days of late payments on one of my other credit cards. So that's what was stopping me. But like I said, they still gave me the chance. So yeah, these are good starter cards. But when I say look at the benefits, look at everything. Look at interest. Look at whether or not you get cash back. Look at whether or not you get rewards. Look at all of this stuff because it matters, you guys. Like, I honestly recommend, like, if you're in a position, you have good credit, this, like, that, and you don't even have to have good credit. If you have okay credit and you're stepping into the world of credit cards, you guys, don't just get any credit card. Like, that's all I'm telling you. Don't just get any credit card. Look at what it gives you back, okay? Like, I don't care if it's travel rewards. I don't care if you get a Disney credit card because you go to Disney every month. Like, I don't look at what, as long as you can benefit from that card, I'm cool. But if you're just getting a credit card just to say you got a credit card and all it is you just spending money and paying it back, but you're not even getting no cash back, babes, you're wasting your time with that credit card. The 9th thing that you need to know before turning 21 is, and this is some good information right here, guys. You need to know how to check if your credit card, not your credit card. See, I've been talking about credit cards too much. The 9th thing you need to know before turning 21 is you need to know how to check whether or not your driver's license is valid. Yeah. Like, and let me tell y'all a story, right? I was driving on a suspended license for 6 months and I did not know it. You're like, Dynasty, how you didn't know it? Because I'm a safe driver and I don't get stopped by the police. That's how I didn't know, okay? And it was so crazy. I legit didn't know my license was suspended, but it was because I had got my car, one of my cars was totaled, and I never turned the tag in because I didn't know. Another thing you need to know before turning 21 is if your car is totaled and you don't have a car anymore, you need to return the tag or you need to keep insurance on the tag. You don't gotta, if you got another car you about to get and you just want to change that tag, okay, keep paying the insurance. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep paying your car insurance. But if you don't plan on getting another car for a little bit or whatever, return that tag, or else your license is gonna get suspended. Okay, because that's exactly what happened to me. I ended up using my people's car and they already had a tag on their car or whatever. So I just had my tag because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a new car soon. Yeah, y'all, my license was suspended for a little minute. So you need to know how to search up your license. And it's literally just, I believe it's just driver's license check or DMV check. Let me see. I just be typing in driver's license check. Yeah, that's all you do, driver's license check, and it's gonna come up for your state. So know how to search that up, and then know how to search yourself up on Clerk of Courts, because you need to know if you got some stuff in your name that you don't know about. You see how I just said you had, you might got you a suspended license and you don't even know? You can go check on the Clerk of Courts to see if you got other stuff that you don't know about. Okay, I'm just giving y'all some real life tips, because you don't want to be out there with a whole warrant in your name and you don't even know you got no warrant in your name. So just know how to search yourself up, okay? For real. Like, you may think you don't need that information, but go do it. Go do it right now. Go search up your driver's license and tell me if it's valid. That's what I want y'all to do. And go on Clerk of Courts and tell me if you got some stuff in your name that you ain't know. You got some red light tickets that you ain't even know about. Yep, let me know. The 10th thing that you need to know before turning 21 is Okay, I'm gonna kind of put this like 2 in 1. Okay, like these are kind of funny, you guys. So pay attention to your AC. So back to what I was saying when we were talking about getting your first apartment, pay attention to your first AC. Let me give y'all some information, right, that I did not know. I'm from Florida, you guys. It'll get like 90 to 100 degrees in the summer. Cool. When I tell you, when it's that hot outside, baby, just turn your AC off and just leave the house, okay? Don't even try to do nothing. Just turn your AC off and leave the house. Do you want to know why? Because, so say it's 99 degrees outside. 90, that's really hot. It's 99 degrees outside. You got it at 75 degrees in your house. Do you know how hard your AC is working? Do you know how much power your AC is using to keep the inside of your house at 75 degrees when you got, and then y'all be having all these blinds open, all these big old windows, and you got, it's 99 degrees outside. All that heat is, it's coming in, okay? It's coming in, and that 75 degrees is fighting real hard. Okay, that's when you get to using all that power. So even, right, say your AC, say you got it on auto and your AC comes down to 75 and then it shuts off. Do y'all know how, if it's 99 degrees outside, do you know how easy and how fast that AC is gonna get off of 75 real quick? Okay, so now every time it goes, your AC goes past 75, it keeps resetting because it got to get the house back down to 75. I don't know if this made any sense to y'all, but long story short, if it's hot as hell outside, turn the AC off and just leave the house, okay? Come back around 6 o'clock when it done came down and you can turn your AC on, all right? Take my advice, for real, for real. Then, another piece of advice that you should know before turning 21, and this goes to cars. You can put... And listen, if you're a mechanic, I don't know, don't judge me, but it done works, okay? You can put water in that little thingy when your car is overheating, okay? Now listen, don't do it while it's overheating, while your engine is really, really hot. But if you ain't got no coolant, you can use water, and trust me, like it works, okay? Like I said, if you're a mechanic, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is just my experience, okay? It didn't damage my cars any further. Use you some water. Keep you a jug of water. Like, I know, listen, y'all, I had a 2010 Dodge Avenger that overheated every time I went anywhere. Every time I went anywhere. So if I'm going to the store, I gotta put the water in it before I go to the store. Before I leave the store, I gotta put the water in it. All right, the water did the job. Just letting y'all know. You know, you can go buy you some coolant, but if your car overheating that much, you guys, get you some water. And yeah, I don't know, you guys, those are my 10 things you need to know before turning 21. This one was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like that's legit some stuff that you need to know, you guys, like, honestly. So yeah, that's all for me today. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I might still come back and do like a like things you need to know before getting your first apartment, things you need to know before getting your first car, because it can get very specific, okay? But yeah, down to like insurance, down to things like that. But yeah, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we will be back.